Good day. This is the Doc of Real Estate coming at you live and direct with some more content. And I'm here with my girl, Special K, who's always behind the scenes, behind the cameras, making sure we bring meaningful, good information to those who continue to follow us, continue to DM us, and continue to even reach out to us via telephone and via email. So thank you very much for that. So this morning we're going to be talking about two topics from what I understand. We're going to be talking about government contracting. Yesterday we unofficially finished our first multi-million-dollar government contract. Yay! That's a full applause. Yes, it was a really challenging project because the government is a different beast in itself. Not talking bad about our government, but those contractors out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Totally different from private sector. So Kay, what do you got for me?
Let us know. Give us the recap.
Oh, you were there because you took some good video footage, some good photos. We had our little red ribbon cutting ceremony. So it was really, first of all, it's humbling because when you have the mindset and you really truly believe with everything that is in you, that you can do anything you put your mind to, it is a powerful movement in any individual's life. So we've never done government contracting. Shoot, we never even wrote on a government contract, let alone have performed one. So literally the very first government contract we wrote on in our ignorance was a multi-million-dollar government contract. And it's just not normal for people to win a big contract like that fresh out of the gate. So sometimes ignorance can be bliss, but also it can remove doubt, or it can remove second guessing yourself, or remove fear, because you just go operating that you can do it, you can go get it. So we wrote on the contract and won it. Yeah, I still laugh at that to this day. We wrote the team, not all Doc. Team did, what we call the filler stuff, capability statements, NAICS code, all of that stuff. The only thing I did was I wrote the technical component of it because the government wants to know how you're going to technically execute and what is your technical outline and timeline to make this happen. So it was a team effort, so shout out to the team. And we won it. Now, the thing, if I may be honest, we went back and forth visiting the site, talking to government officials, contracting officers, engineers for a whole year with no pay. Yes, a whole year, because it was a design build contract, which means we had to do all the architectural drawings, structural drawings, mechanical, electrical, plumbing drawings, and we had to design that and build that with an architect. So we had to pull that whole team together. And that process took an entire year before we can even start construction. Right, so we work pro bono. Now, again, I encourage anybody to follow anything you put your mind to because I know you can do it. However, anything that I experience and I can be of help and service, I want to come give that to you 100% tenfold. Be prepared to kind of be able to carry your payroll when dealing with government contracts. That's been my experience with this first, because people always want to ask, hey Doc, so tell us something that could really help us out. Be prepared to kind of have a cushion to be able to carry your payroll for a substantial period of time, because again, like I said, we worked a whole year before we were even able to begin construction, and then you have to front your construction labor, overhead, insurance, and all of that before you even get to your first government draw. And that's a whole crazy process in itself, with all the T's you have to cross and I's you have to dot. So nevertheless, we got all the architectural drawings done, went back and forth with the government, meeting after meeting, which is really cool because they had their own internal engineers who actually approve their own stuff, unlike working with a municipality in, Prince George's County, which is DPI, or District of Columbia, which was DCRA, but now DOB, or even the City of Alexandria, Fairfax. We do work out there as well. They literally, and it's based on who your team is or based on who that military personnel is, they can turn your stuff around really fast and you can talk directly to the reviewer, which is pretty cool. So the project consisted of us replacing parts of the roof. The building's built in 1956. So it was an old hangar. Literally, and it's a cool thing because the flight line was right there. So some days we'd be out there, you can't take pictures of anything, or they get real serious about that. A couple times, things could have gotten a little crazy, but we didn't do anything that we were not supposed to do. Let's make sure we understand that. But I just want to tell you about the beauty and the majesty of the brute force of our government and the stuff that they had that, we're just very privileged to just like look at these jets come in and these different types of military planes that came in on that tarmac. It was like, whoa. And being on top of the roof and having like an aerial view of it, man, that was one of the coolest things I've experienced in a very long time. So replaced parts of the TPO membrane. There's some gutter work on top of the dome roof that we had to replace and fix. And we completely demolished the men's and women's bathroom on the west wing of the hangar. And we did a complete bathroom makeover, commercial bathroom. Yes, our first commercial bathroom that we did. So the project turned out really well. Shout out to the chief there, shout out to the sergeant there, shout out to the project manager and the engineer there. I don't know if I can call their names, but you know, if I can, you'll see them posted on our website. So go to our website, check out the photos, the red ribbon cutting ceremony. We had the whole crew there, and it was just an amazing experience because I had an amazing team too. So all the government nightmares, the nightmares that I hear around government contract just wasn't our experience because Chief and Sergeant, man, they knew we were newbies. We went in there humble, like, yeah, we know construction, but we don't know y'all process and how to navigate all the paperwork and certified payroll and all that stuff we have to do. So it worked out. It worked out really well, and yesterday we did our unofficial because there's some things we're still waiting on. Supply chain is still kind of jacking us up. We're just waiting on some door hallway because we replaced all the external metal doors to the hangar, and we're waiting on some guts for the electrical panels because we also changed out all the electrical panels and boxes and breakers, and we installed some lighting and immersive. It was a pretty big project. So we finished that yesterday, and once those last things come in, breakers, door hardware, we'll wrap that up and it's a wrap. So now it's on to the next government contract. So Kay, very amazing experience. Shout out to my construction site superintendent, Big Ben Creech and Elma Soto, who were there every day as construction site superintendent and foreman with the crew and our subs, making sure that the project stayed on schedule, even though things got a little off schedule, truth of the matter be told, because some things you can't control. Like for instance, we ordered material probably 6 months, and it was supposed to be 6 months later. 6 months turned to 8 months, so you just see that's a 2 month loss. Can't install something that's not there. Supply chain has gotten better, but nevertheless, the government is very happy, and we expect to get an A par performance rating. That's right, I'm speaking it into existence. A, that's right. And when we get it, I'm gonna have the paper because I'm gonna be super psyched that we did so well on our first government contract. So yeah, Kay, I hope that wrapped it up. But yeah, loved it. Thank you for being there. I can't wait to see the video footage and the photos because it just happened yesterday. And here we are this morning. Kay was here. Look, one thing I'm big on is shouting out people, keeping that positive energy going. Look, every Wednesday, like clockwork, Kay is dedicated to making sure we get this content. Now, I'm an early bird. I don't expect her to be at 3:30 in the morning, but her start time is 7 and she's getting here sometimes 5, 5:45, 5:30 to make sure she's down here bright and early, ready to shoot this great content, to give you all whatever we can provide for you in terms of just making sure that you can avoid the pitfalls and making sure you can just expedite the whole process of getting to your successes faster because of our failures. Yes, I love to fail. I love to fail because without failure, there is no success. And when you embrace failure and know that failure is just part of the process, you'll enjoy the sweet success that much better. So yes, our failures can help you succeed faster by all means necessary. That is one of our #1 goals in providing these experiences, providing this content, the knowledge within this content so that you can go out and do anything you put your mind to. That's right, you got it.